and sales products, and even for personal use. But then you start setting up accounts with that product. Now, here's the neat thing. Every time a dealer or consultant comes in to your organization and they get a wellness business pack, we pay you on each wellness business pack that you bring in $125. And on each one they bring in $250. But let's say that the person you bring in doesn't get a wellness business pack. They just go on auto ship. And they bring in 4 people and they don't get wellness business packs, but the next one does. That becomes yours and you get 125 on that one. So wherever that comes in down under you, and the only thing that you have to do to be qualified to get the 125s and the $250 bonuses, the only thing you got to do is get a wellness business pack yourself one time and then be on auto ship. And then every time a wellness business pack comes in your group, you get that 125 or that 250. This is just one example of a $4,700 bonus income. You bring in 4 people with wellness business packs and put them on auto ship, and they bring in 4, and that is a $4,700 bonus check just for that organization. But let me show you finally the big picture. It looks kind of complicated with all these little boxes, and some have dots and some have solid and some have double lines. What that means is that you're going to have people, Charles, that will choose technology. They're going to fall in love with the certified space technology. They're going to fall in love with the air. They're going to want to sell laundry pure like crazy. And you can see that the double blue square is people that just want to do technology. I always kid around and say this is the Burger King of home business. You can have it your way. What you want to do is what we want you to do. On the technology side, we have people that join Active Tech, our commercial division. That's all they want to do. We have people that go international. That's all they want to do. Okay? Now, we have wellness partners. All they want to do is the infinity. All they want to do is the wellness products. They love nutrition. They love the health benefits. And maybe that's all they want to do, and that is the single line, the square, single square green line. And then we have people that want to do both channels, and that's the broken up one. And frankly, that's what I like doing. I like doing both. I don't want to leave any money on the table. I don't want to let anything go by. I want to get all the benefits for my customers: clean air, clean water, clean, good nutrition. And so this is an example of an organization, and frankly, I haven't even added up how much money that could be, because that would be a wild organization. But you know what? You don't know how big your organization can get. As I said earlier, we have seen people build organizations literally to the hundreds, to the thousands, to the tens of thousands. As a matter of fact, since the company started, 1 million people have joined. And you know what? In the future, more people will come in and join our company, and we'll do more business than we have in the past. Our future is bigger than our past. So we want you to determine, Charles, what's best for you. And I put together some different options. And the first one is what I call the aggressive entrepreneur path. That might be right for you, or it might not be. This is the fastest way up the ladder. Okay, but this way you would get what's called a Master Dealer Success Pack. That's $3,195 if you pay for it with a credit card. Okay, financing is available for $300 more. Okay, then they get a Wellness Business Pack for $750, and they go on auto ship. Now, granted, that's an aggressive start. It moves you right to Master Dealer. It gets you qualified for all the benefits immediately. It has $1,800 in retail profits when you sell your master pack. It's the fastest route to distributor. It gets you qualified for all the wellness bonuses right up front and moving quickly towards all the benefits. So, you know, if I was starting today and I had the wherewithal, that's what I would do. But some people don't want to start quite that aggressively. So we've got a second path called the Entrepreneur Path. This is what's called a regular success path. You can see instead of $31.95, it's $22.95. I always suggest get a wellness pack with that and go on auto ship. This, frankly, is just as good of a plan, except Instead of $1,800 in retail profit, it's $1,340 in retail profit. There's a few less products in there. Okay, fastest route to the distributor again, and all the wellness bonuses. But what if somebody wanted to start on a shoestring? What if they said, well, I'm just not able to do either of those right now? Well, then we have an option. Someone could start just with the wellness business startup option. That's the $750 plan. Quickly, they'd want to get one of the air purifiers, I'm sure. Okay, but this would get them started, go on auto ship, and what they would qualify for is all of the wellness bonuses immediately. Then they could work their way into the technology side of the business. So Charles, and listeners, it's time for you to decide what you want to do. We always recommend that somebody first fall in love with the products. Frankly, we don't want you to be involved in the business or have a professional office set up if you're not loving the products. So you got some choices. You can start with a personal sample. Buy a machine at the retail price from the person that invited you, and then decide which option you want to go to. Some people like to start right off the bat and just go. You know, buy a starter pack, go to work. We've got classes, Charles. We've got schools that you can actually come to for 2 days or 1 day. We've got online training. We've got calls every night at 10 o'clock where the CEO of the company teaches the plan in 15 minutes, and you can bring guests, and there's no charge. That number is 641-594-7500. Then they ask you for a passcode, 546009#. There are so many ways and so many support systems in this company. Some have said this company has more support systems than any company in the history of this entire industry. So I want to thank you, Charles, for visiting. I want to thank you, listeners, for listening to us online. This is a training, a tool to help you learn to give the presentation, but you certainly could just set somebody down in front of the PowerPoint and let them listen to me give the presentation. Either way, you got the message. Hey, EcoQuest International, the healthy living company, says, here's to your health. Thanks for joining us.